Hello everyone, Doug here, and I just got a new FastFerment for Christmas. I am going to walk through putting this together for you. Step 1, you want to unbox and inventory all your parts. So unbox everything, make sure everything's in there. Laid out here's all what I had in the box. Step 2, disassemble the valve assembly. You see here the valve assembly comes apart by simply screwing off the top cap there, and you will see after we get this unscrewed that it comes into two separate pieces. Once you have that off, you'll want to take the red handle, pull it off, and once that is pulled off, you can use that red handle to place the notches into the valve assembly and unscrew the inner piece. This will make it nice and easy for cleaning. Soaking and cleaning all your parts. So basically you want to take everything that's taken apart and put it into some type of cleaning solution. I used PVW for all this, and then I also soaked it in some Star Sand. Now I let this soak probably overnight in PVW and then maybe an hour in Star Sand. I rinsed everything off after soaking it in PVW real well. Just want to make sure that there's no residual grease or anything on the parts. Step 4, you want to break in the threads. Basically what this does is it dislodges any rogue plastic pieces that might be in there to keep that lid from sealing tight. So what you want to do is you want to take the top lid, screw it on, and screw it off probably 7 or 8 times just to get those threads nice and loose, so you can get that lid up there nice and tight. After you do this, and it does take a little bit of muscle to get this on and off several times the first time. It will make things easier too when you go to dry hop and different things like that. After you do this, you also want to do this on the bottom of the main conical. You'll want to go on there and thread the valve assembly on and off several times. And you want to also do this with the collection ball. Do this several times. Take the two pieces that match up together and put them on, take them off, put them on, take them off. Like I said, this will get you a nice clean seal for everything. Step number 5, you want to use the seal tape that they provide with the FastFerment and tape everything up. You'll see here I'm taping up the thermal well. You want to make sure you get that wrapped around 7 or 8 times on that thermal well to prevent any leaks. Next you'll want to do the collection ball, do the same thing, wrap that guy up nice and good. I believe their theory is you cannot use too much tape on there, so use as much tape as you feel would be good. Just kind of warn you, the more tape you put on there, the harder it is to screw things in. So, but you also don't want to put you also want to make sure you got enough tape on there to get a good seal. So after you get the collection ball and the thermal well done, you want to do the base of the conical as well. And we are finally ready to assemble everything together. The first thing that I did was probably the most difficult, and that was screwing the thermal well in. What you want to be very careful here is you don't cross thread anything. With that thermal well being made out of metal or brass, you have the potential to screw up the plastic threading, so be very careful when you're putting this in. And it is very awkward because it's an awkward angle to put this in at. This is probably the toughest thing on the whole assembly process for me to do. So take your time and don't get too frustrated with it. The next thing you want to do is put the collection ball together. This comes in 2 pieces as shown. Simply just screw the 2 gray pieces to the white and the collection ball will be ready to go. After you get the collection ball done, you want to put the valve assembly on the cone or the conical. Go ahead and screw that on there nice and tight. And you're also ready to put the valve assembly back together using the handle. As I showed you how to take it apart, you just reverse the process there. Next, you'll want to do a leak test after you get everything put together. Fill up the conical with some water. I filled mine up with a pretty good concentration of Star Sand water just to make sure it's sitting in sanitizer for a while to help kind of clean that out. Star Sand also does a good job. It's kind of an acid wash a little bit as well. You also probably want to wash out the conical itself. But let it sit. Do yourself a favor, let it sit for several hours, maybe even overnight, just to make sure there's no leaks. You don't want to have any leaks in there when there's your wort or your birria that's in there, and then you have a big mess. And all that brew day work goes down the drain. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Please, if you like what you see, please subscribe and like the channel, as well as the videos. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave those below. Thank you.